In the kingdom of Arendon, nestled high in the icy mountains, there lived a princess unlike any other. Her name was Elara, and from the moment of her birth, the air around her was unnaturally cold. As she grew, so did her strange powers. She could summon frost with a touch and create snowstorms with a flick of her wrist. The people of the kingdom called her the Freezing Princess. Elara's parents, King Eric and Queen Lysandra, loved her deeply but feared the power she possessed. They tried everything to help her control it: wise sorcerers, enchanted artifacts, even journeys to distant lands, but nothing could quell the cold that followed her wherever she went. The royal palace, once a warm and inviting place, became a fortress of ice, with walls glistening like crystals and icicles hanging from every corner. Despite her isolation, Elara longed for companionship. She would gaze out from her frosted balcony, watching the village children play in the snow, laughing and carefree. But whenever she approached, the laughter would fade, replaced by wary glances and whispered fears. One bitter winter's night, a fierce storm swept through the kingdom, more powerful than any in living memory. The wind howled, and snow fell in blinding sheets. Villagers sought refuge, and the palace was locked down tight. But Elara felt something stir within her, an ancient call, a pull toward the mountains beyond the kingdom's borders. Unable to resist, she wrapped herself in her fur-lined cloak and ventured out into the storm. The wind seemed to guide her, and her feet barely touched the snow as she moved through the wilderness. After hours of walking, she found herself before an enormous glacier, its surface shimmering with an otherworldly light. From within the ice, a voice called out to her. "Elara," it whispered, "you are not cursed. You are the guardian of this frozen realm." The glacier cracked open, and a magnificent creature emerged, a great ice dragon, its scales gleaming like diamonds. Its breath was the wind of winter itself, and its eyes glowed with ancient wisdom. "You are of the Frostborn," the dragon said. "Your ancestors once ruled over the cold, protecting the balance of the seasons. But the magic was lost, and now it has found you." Elara stood in awe as the dragon explained that her powers were a gift, not a curse. The freezing storms that plagued the kingdom were the result of the lost connection between the Frostborn and the land. Only by embracing her true nature could Elara restore harmony. With newfound purpose, Elara reached out to the dragon. As their hands touched, a surge of energy coursed through her, awakening the full extent of her abilities. She could feel the pulse of the earth beneath the snow, the whisper of the wind, and the rhythm of the ice. Returning to the kingdom, Elara used her powers to calm the storm. The once blistering winds softened to gentle breezes, and the snowflakes fell like delicate feathers. The villagers watched in awe as the princess, radiant with newfound confidence, brought peace to the land. In time, Elara became the protector of Arendon, ensuring that the seasons flowed as they should. The kingdom flourished under her watchful eye, and the people no longer feared her powers. Instead, they celebrated her as their beloved freezing princess, the one who had brought balance to the cold and warmth to their hearts.